Welcome back to Live from the Chateau. Braden,
Welcome
why
back.
are you wearing a turtleneck? It's a very simple question. One
It's
that
not a
requires a very
turtleneck.
simple answer.
This isn't a turtleneck. A turtleneck. Okay. Look. I'll give you credit. It is weird. It's not normal. It's a weird collar.
It gives
but can we
me-
agree that it's not a turtleneck? A turtleneck comes up and then curls back down. This is a weird neck.
Okay.
I
sure.
understand that. I understand it's probably what
gives me.
Okay, hold on. You know what it gives me? It gives me the Italian club soccer player that comes off the field and smokes a big pack of weed. That's what it gives me. And then he gets in his F1 car that he stole.
I was gonna say it gives me Tiger Woods vibes for some reason. It looks very Tiger Woodsy to me.
Doesn't Tiger Woods wear like polos?
Yeah, but I don't know. It just gives me like I don't know.
No,
why
it gives me
makes
weird
think
vibes
Tiger
too.
Woods.
I just thought it was cool. I found it at a thrift store.
You know what gives me weird vibes?
Oh.
The man that has taken the internet by storm currently.
Yes.
People hate him.
Yes.
Everyone hates him. You
Yes.
all know his name. He's
Yes.
bald. He's bald. He's bald. He is bald. Is he not bald?
What are we talking about?
Cobra fucking Tate? The Cobra?
Now I'm really confused.
Andrew
Cobra?
Tate.
Where did you get Cobra?
That's what he's called. Cobra Tate. That was his fighting
That's
name.
not his name.
That's the thing. Look it up. Cobra Tate.
Did you do your research on him before we started or something? Maybe. Yeah. To me, okay, my thing is with Andrew Tate. It's weird.
There we go.
There's some clips that I see that he doesn't talk about women and he just talks about like general positivity and like success. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really disagree with him here. And then
Yeah.
I started seeing the videos of the everyone knows the top G pimp shit. You slap the machete,
Yeah.
kick her,
It's weird. As soon
grab her
as-
by the throat,
Yeah.
and then you screw her right there.
Yeah. It's weird. As soon as when he's talking about like business stuff and he's like you have to surround yourself with like-minded people, like people that
Yeah.
are going to constantly push you to be better.
Yeah. And you're
I'm
like, okay, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he's like, make sure every one of those guys has a sword. If you don't have a sword to kill someone with, and I'm like,
What are we talking about?
I
now?
thought we were talking about
Yeah,
business.
and,
like,
then he's like trying to be, and then he's like talking about be efficient. Like you need to be not distracted. And then he'll go on some tangent where he's like, "Why are you carrying around a water bottle?" He's like, "If you have a water bottle in your hand, I can't be free to grab a girl's ass or punch a dude in the face."
Aikido. That's my favorite thing that he does.
He said something like, I need to Aikido a rock falling in an avalanche.
When he was talking about an avalanche, also the thing that do you know the video when he's walking through the mall and he's like, wear a face mask. I'll wear my mask around my chin. He goes, Corona comes at me, Aikido block. Like, that's not how that works, Andrew. Like,
so to me, okay, I've seen a lot of clips now of the funny, weird, not funny, but like it is funny. It's funny because of how
it's
vulgar.
funny because you don't think he's real.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
But that's to me what separates people from me. I now base your level of intelligence off of how you perceive Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
To me,
No,
the bottom is the teenagers and 12-year-olds that just think that like genuinely believe every word he's saying and look up to him. That's level 1.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Level 2 is people like Jake Paul going on a podcast and going, "Oh yeah, all these 12-year-olds are listening to this Andrew Tate. Every single one of those guys that listens to him has never had sex." And he's just like, everyone that believes Andrew
It's
Tate.
such a weird world that we live in. Like, it almost feels like none of this is real, and I wish it would just all end.
Okay, come back to me, Jake. Come back to me. Are you with me? Level 1.
God, I would love a meteor
Hey,
right now.
hey,
What?
come back. Come back to Earth. Okay?
Right. Level 1,
Is
level
the kids that believe him. Level 2 is
level
the people for
2.
some reason that think.
Like they're in competition with him. Like
Yeah.
they need to like diss him.
Yeah.
Level 3 is
the
the
ones-
people that are genuinely like offended by him. To me,
Yeah.
like if
I feel like that's
I get look.
No, I feel like
get
that's
it.
still on level 2.
Okay, I get it that you're like, oh, I don't think.
I mean, he's saying some crazy stuff.
Right. They're like, oh, I don't think men should act like this. I think
Yeah.
this is like teaching people to be violent.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. That's the whole argument of like, oh, don't let your kid play Call of Duty, otherwise he'll shoot up schools. I played a ton of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Never have I ever wanted to shoot up a school. I think that if you are that impressionable, that you see that if okay, let me put it this way. Also, oh God, I'm about to get on a tangent. You're an idiot if you scroll on your phone and something that you see there impacts you. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah.
If you are a guy who looks at your phone and goes, "Oh my God, I need to buy Gary V's book. I need to buy Ty Lopez's book.
Yeah.
I need if you need a book to tell you to get out of bed and eat breakfast and go work out in the morning, you're an idiot."
Yeah.
You are the lowest level of life form that could possibly exist ever. In the same sense, if you look at Andrew Tate on Instagram and you see him acting the way he does, and you go, oh, I should act like this. I want to be the top G.
Yeah.
You're also an idiot.
Yeah.
You're a moron.
Yeah. But yeah.
And guess what? If it wasn't Andrew Tate, it'd be somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you're a moron no matter what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. It just to me is revealing so much about like other people's like just level of how they like I see some of these Twitch streamers that are like trying to debate with him and I'm just like he's not even worth debating. Like that's the thing.
No.
The people that don't even like just like think it's a bit and think it's like oh yeah, ha, Andrew Tate. I feel like that's the most intelligent people.
Here's the other problem with him though, is that he is Andrew Tate. He has a lot of charisma. He has a good bit of charisma. He when he's not doing the whole like screaming thing, he's actually pretty articulate. Like he's actually like a little bit well spoken. His dad was like a chess grandmaster or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think his dad taught him how to play chess. And like they're like both, I think his dad's passed away now, but like they were both very intelligent in that aspect. He was a good fighter.
Yeah.
He actually won a good bit. I just don't get the whole like why are we pretending that this guy isn't a clown?
Yeah.
Like what's the
like
how do you not see him and be like, it'd be like if I was watching Barney and I was like, why would they let those kids around a dinosaur?
Yeah. That's the beautiful example.
Why are we pretending like he's not a show?
Yeah.
It's like why what are we doing?
Yeah, that's such a good way to put it.
Like, are y'all all actually that dumb?
By saying like, oh, he's affecting children and by whatever, you're the only ones that are validating him.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone else that has any remote intelligence looks in that and goes, huh, internet's crazy, and turns off their phone.
Yeah, anyone that I've spoken to that has like a small level of intelligence sees Andrew Tate and goes, dude, that guy's insane.
Like, oh, that's crazy.
Men, women, gay, straight, white, black, any of it, whatever color, whatever, anything you want to be, literally will look at a video of him and be like, he's insane. And we're like, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. I'm going to go to my job now.
Yeah, and now guess what? Now we're going to go work.
That's what I'm saying when I said that it reveals people's levels of intelligence. Because if you give him the time of day and actually think he's some kind of like threat or something.
Yeah, I see people on Instagram all the time that are like their story, like they'll type out paragraphs about like everything that he does. And I'm like, I just want to let you know, one, if you have the time during the day to type out paragraphs that turn into a story on your Instagram,
Yeah.
lowest level
Yeah.
of life. Do you not have anything to do?
Yeah.
Nothing. You don't pay rent.
Yeah.
You don't do some. What do you do? Nothing. What do you do? Who pays your bills? You work at a coffee shop. You make $7 an
The
hour.
only time I'm able to look at my phone is like during work.
Yeah, like occasionally, like I'll just get out my phone and be like, okay.
But I don't like. I don't know, man. I just think that it's just a big eye opener for me. It just shows like where we're at in the world, that like we think we're taking this person seriously.
That's the other thing. I don't understand this. I thought we all grew up in the era and we all knew this fact of like, hey, if you have a bully and like this guy won't leave you alone, the worst thing that you can do is respond to them because it validates. How many times have you heard that? Just ignore them.
Yeah.
Just ignore them. If everybody on the internet saw Andrew Tate and went, huh, okay.
Okay, but also I feel like this mentality is going around with a lot of things, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, it's not just him.
The Liver King guy. Like, why have we not just... I don't know why we're even talking about him. Like, I don't understand why it's like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy that he thinks he's... Yes, it's a scam. Like, he's just telling you to eat raw meat and get to his steroided figure. It's obvious that he's on steroids. He has a belly gut. He has huge traps.
Yeah, his muscles look like diamonds. They're pointed.
And he's has like zero body fat and is massive. Looks better than
and he claims that like walking across his driveway wearing chains is how he got that big.
Yeah, and eating raw meat and raw liver.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that as soon as his videos started trending, guess what else started trending? The company that sponsors him that sells liver in capsules.
Yeah,
sales climbed.
Yeah,
it's almost like it's an act.
I just don't know, like, what. Why are we talking about it?
It literally shows me if people start talking about that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like, you're buying, like...
I'm so glad that we saved time now by that. Honestly, you know what's... I'm kind of glad they exist because it lets me...
It's exposing people.
Yeah, it lets me see people.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, cool. You're a moron.
Yeah.
I just won't talk to you anymore.
That's why I'm like, I see these Twitch streamers that are like debating with him and like, oh my God, can you believe Andrew Tate said that? Oh, I can't believe... I'm like...
He's an idiot. He's fake.
He's a clown.
Yeah, he's
doing this for his brand, for his image, to get more money.
It's like it's almost the exact same thing as like when, I mean, this is kind of like a hot button topic, but when people like do this thing, which this is a little bit funny to me, but like people like talk about like gun control and stuff like that, and people talk about like like guns, blah blah blah, and all that kind of crap, and then like an actor will come out and be like, they'll be like, yeah, I think we should definitely stand against gun control. Like, I think that's something that we definitely need to do. Blah blah blah. That's great, fantastic, fine. And then somebody will comment and be like, oh, but you were in Mission Impossible and you used a gun.
Yeah. It's like they don't know what they're doing.
Hey, numbnuts. That's a character.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it too deeply, it is a little bit funny that like Hollywood and like California, Los Angeles, they're all giant, like, oh, take away all the guns, every single one. And then they're like, did we get that trailer in of props of AR-15s?
Yeah.
Because we need those for the Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Or whatever the crap. It's a little bit funny, but like, it's funny when people attack actors and they do this whole like big giant upheaval and they're like, oh, you're in movies with guns. And I'm like, that's also not them.
Yeah.
That's you know how I know?
And they're also probably paid to say stuff.
Yeah, they're paid. That's the thing. If you guys think that actors do anything of their own volition, you're also a moron.
Yeah.
If you don't think that every time Tom Cruise speaks, there isn't 90 people around him going, hey Tom, hey Tom, hey Tom, hey Tom, hey Tom. So we got a hot button topic issue coming up right now. We need you to get on Instagram and make a post.
Yeah.
We need you to make a post.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, let's get on this.
Yeah.
Like, it's like how Matthew McConaughey, like, the funniest thing ever is Matthew McConaughey on Instagram. He's like so, like, it's like he knows that everyone loved him for so long. And so he'll bring, like, his movie quotes into, like, hot button topic issues. And he'll be like, have you ever seen that video of him where he's like, guys, I'll tell you what. If we get control of these guns, I really think I sound like Bill Clinton right now.
Yeah, you do.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He'll be like, if we get control of these guns, well, I think that'll be all right. And I'm like, literally put a bullet through your skull. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's so weird.
I don't know. I just think that it's just so.
He's a joke. He's a clown.
It's
He's
a clown. A lot of these people are clowns, and it's so funny to see people like genuinely upset and genuinely taking these things seriously.
That's the other thing.
And debating back.
Do you know how many people are clowns that everybody gets mad at?
Yeah.
Every comedian.
Yeah.
Like every time Dave Chappelle tells like a trans joke on stage or something, and I'm like, he's a clown. This is a joke.
Yeah.
Whether or not he actually feels like this, which he comes out all the time and he's like, by the way, I don't actually hate trans people. Like I have, like my wife has trans, like we have people, like I have friends who are, like we know all these people.
I get what you're saying, but that's different. That's an actual like comedian.
That's the thing. That's his job.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate is literally, the analogy earlier I made about Barney.
Yeah.
He's not even Barney.
That's what I'm saying. It's like these people are like, yes, they're trying to convince you that what they're doing is like they're actually that person or whatever, like the Liver King, all these things. But it's like any common person with common knowledge knows that the optimal diet is not eating raw meat only.
Yeah.
And they know it's not going to make you look like that.
Yeah.
Who should you ask? I don't know. Any NFL team ever.
Yeah.
Any of their athlete, any professional athlete, and you go to them and say, "Oh, well, why aren't you eating all raw meat?"
Yeah. It's like we've had this discussion 1,005 times, but like as far as like with actors and stuff, like the idea in your head that you look at like a picture of Chris Hemsworth and you're like, oh God, why don't I look like that? Like, because that's their whole entity. Like that's their whole job.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that like so many of these people and so many of this like stuff is just, it's what they do. Like Andrew Tate is not a, like, doesn't he own like,
he owns casinos.
That's also just, also, is there anything shadier?
Yeah, it's
than
so shady.
Owning a casino.
He owns casinos. I think he got rich and then probably, I mean, he's really smart.
He's a Grand Theft Auto character.
Yeah. He's really smart and just like put it back into probably real estate and stuff. But dude, I've just seen videos of him where like he does things like you said this the other day. He's a child. Like he said this thing to I guess he says one of his wives came in and he was like, "Find us some women to have sex with," and she doesn't even speak English. And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Find us some women. Find us some women." And he just walks out of the room.
Oh,
like,
yeah. She's just like walking around in the bikini and she's like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Sex? And he's like, "Find us some women." Yes.
Yeah. And he's like, "No one knows how to do it like me." And he's just like, walks out. I'm just like, did you just like.
I'm like, Tate, she just walked out of the room. Like, she's going to go get a mango and bring it back to you. Like, she doesn't know what you just said, bro.
But I'm not even like, I don't know. These are so obviously clowns to me, and it's just baffling that I get on TikTok and so many people are genuinely concerned, mad, and debating him.
Yeah.
There's so much media right now, like, actually talking about him.
I'm like, once again, this just goes back to the thing. Did you idiots learn nothing in school? Ignore him.
Yeah.
And it'll fizzle out.
Yeah.
But it's almost like everything is connected. Like, do you remember I said this, like a ton of comedians said this, a bunch of people said this, but like Trump leaving office was the worst thing that ever happened to SNL. because then all of a sudden they didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden they were like as soon as he was out of office and Biden was in, literally, I'm not kidding. Lorne Michaels at SNL was like, "All right, so
Yeah.
what do y'all want to talk about?"
Yeah.
And they were all just like, like he's content. He's content.
Yeah.
And so, but it's funny because like there's this like vicious cycle of like, oh, we hate him. We have to report on him. He does crap. The media reports on it. We hate him. He makes stuff. Like it's so funny because like news people like hate him, but without Andrew Tate, newscasters don't have jobs.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk about? The weather? We know the weather. It's on
Yeah.
my phone. I don't need you for the weather anymore.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's just like they have to push this. It's just, I think it's, I don't blame the people that are pushing it. I blame the people that are interacting.
Yeah, yeah. Because like that's the other thing. You can report on news. Like if you have something to talk about, be like superstar Andrew Tate.
Like I actually wouldn't. I would be mad if they didn't report on him.
Yeah,
You know
it would be weird.
But it's just weird because I think the news. I think that's what TikTok and kind of this what I'm kind of talking about is sad is because when the news was happening, you didn't get everyone's immediate response.
That's just phones and crap.
Yeah,
now,
but I'm
dude.
saying like now you're seeing like, oh, Jimmy is actually taking them serious.
Yeah,
Andrew Tate seriously.
I know what 55 different people think of Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like at any point in the day, I can just go on Twitter and type in #trending Tate, and I know what everyone thinks about him immediately.
Yeah.
And there's people who are like, oh, he's an idiot. There's people like this is. And also, on the opposite side of people who take him like seriously. Well, I guess not on the opposite side, the same side. But like there are definitely dudes out there that are like, oh, this is my god.
Yeah.
You're also insane.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like
No, I just don't get it. It's exposing a lot of people. Just exposing their intelligence. Just giving him the time of day.
yeah, just ignore him. Like just ignore you have to ignore people like that. There's definitely like people like that you can ignore. There's definitely some people that you can't ignore. Like,
yeah.
Okay, like for instance, if let's say that you're a nice young girl and you're in a bar in Hawaii. Now
It's a great segue.
you've been doing karaoke. You've been singing Journey.
Yeah.
You know,
You're having a time of your life.
You're having a good time.
Yeah.
You're having a great time.
Great time.
And then
Yeah. Faster than the speed of light.
faster. And then the Flash walks in the door, starts recording you, and says, "Hey, I'm using you for NFT crypto art." Somewhere in there, he thinks that you tell him that you're a Nazi. And then he picks up a bar stool and smashes you in the head with it. As far as people go that you can't ignore the Flash.
You can't ignore the Flash. And
For those of us who don't know what we're talking about,
I was about to say.
So for whatever reason, over the past 5 years, it's flown way under the radar. But Ezra Miller is insane.
He's completely off the rails.
Whacked. Dude,
I've never heard anything like this, honestly. Like, I'm gonna be honest
No,
with you.
genuinely.
I've heard some crazy stories, like crazy serial killer stories. This is not a serial killer story, but just weird stories and cults
just
and
like
stuff.
things that
This
they're
is just so weird to come from such a, just big time actor.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like one of my favorite movies of it, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That is a great movie.
Yeah.
He's so good in that. He's fantastic. Literally, I don't think I've ever seen him in anything where I was like, didn't really like it. He's a great actor. He genuinely is. Unfortunately, when he gets in an area that's surrounded by water, he feels the need to burn it to the fucking ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't know this. Everybody's talking about Hawaii right now and like what he did in Hawaii. Apparently, in Iceland, we're like near like Reykjavik and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is like years ago, but apparently he was like going to like these weird parties and stuff with like the locals from Iceland, which I don't even know how you do that.
How do
you wind up in
because
Iceland
also
being
don't they speak a different language?
Yeah, Icelandic. I mean, I'm sure. Okay, we're also the only country that like we don't learn another language. I think a lot of other countries learn English, so he's probably able to get by whatever means of.
But why?
I don't know. But apparently in Iceland, he had like a cult. Like he
bought land.
He bought land. It
Yeah.
had houses. It was like homing for like homeless people, expats, and young women. That's what like the news article, the thing that I read. And they like used to walk around town and they wouldn't cut their toenails. Like they would walk around town with no shirts on and like big staffs.
Wait. Okay, I just thought about this. The toenails thing, that means it had to have been going on for a while.
Oh, a while.
No.
It was a while.
Oh my god.
It's so, dude, I heard about that. Also, apparently now, like in this current moment, there's like a compound in Vermont that he owns that's filled with guns. Like a lot of guns.
What?
Okay, so apparently like some sort of police force or like the FBI or whoever like raided it, and they weren't allowed to take the guns because nothing actually was going wrong. It was kind of just like a recovery, like search and rescue type deal. They said like a ton of guns, like a small armory of guns.
What?
Why? I just don't. Okay, that's the thing. Usually when an actor does something like this, it's accompanied by something happening.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no. Oh no. Hold on, let's accept it. We're getting FaceTimed. Can I accept it on here?
Yeah.
You accepted it on there.
Hey, big sexy.
Who is that? Hey, Bailey, what the hell's going on here?
Hey!
Hey, what the hell's going on here?
What the hell do you want?
You're so conceited. Why do you have your name above your bed? Jesus Christ. Can you imagine why? My name is Trayvon Martin.
All right, we gotta get back to something. We'll see y'all later.
This is hell, honestly. All right.
Yeah. All right. So
I don't know. We were talking about Ezra Miller, and then we got put in a group chat or a group FaceTime of like 17-year-olds, and you immediately bleep it out.
So we were talking about Ezra Miller, and we got.
All right. So we're talking about Ezra Miller. The title of this episode has to be "So we were talking about Ezra Miller."
Oh.
Anyway, he's just a lunatic.
Yeah.
He's insane. And I know everybody's probably like, "Oh, he has mental health." Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
seriously.
The way I feel about that is the whole. Have you ever seen that clip of Pete Davidson talking about Kanye, where he's like, just because you have a mental illness doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just because you have a mental illness doesn't mean you can take an island hostage
and just burn it to the ground.
Also, that was just Iceland. In Hawaii, he was like,
didn't he? Okay,
he was kidnapping children.
Am I making this up in my head? Did he burn something, or we were just that's metaphorical?
I think that was just metaphorical.
Okay,
because we kept relating it back to we were like, literally, this is Ezra Miller, and you can edit it in somewhere, but like the picture of like Elmo or Travis Scott holding the mic, the flames behind him. It was like, this is literally Ezra Miller in Hawaii right now. But yeah, so I don't know, like, and then he was like taking children captive in Hawaii, and now apparently it's come out later that they're like, oh, they were like almost 18, like they were 18-year-olds. Like, I just don't understand everybody defending him.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's the weird thing, because you know what's funny is that, oh man, not to get way too like this, because this is going to sound and come off the wrong way, but like, I think it's funny that like Chris Pratt will accept an award and be like, hey, like, God is really good. Thank you for this award.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fantastic. And everyone will be like, you right-wing fuck. Like, you like they'll like lose their mind on him. And like all he's ever done is like, dude, that guy just like lives on his farm
Yeah.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, which is still
That's
weird
still
to me.
so strange.
And like that's all he does. Like that's what he does. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, cancel Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's
Yeah.
insane. But Ezra Miller's kidnapping children and burning Hawaii to the ground.
What is this like varying threshold?
Yeah, because he's a non-binary. He's a they them. Oh, that's the other thing. We've been calling him he. He's a they. He's like a they them.
Crap.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We're done. This
canceled.
whole episode's scrapped anyway. We can't do this.
So anyway, we were talking about Ezra Miller.
We were talking about Ezra Miller. And so I just don't understand like where's the
where's the line?
Yeah, why are we defending
So
him?
he beat somebody with a bar stool.
Yeah,
he kidnapped
beat
somebody.
a young girl. Like she was like 20 with a bar stool.
I'm sorry. Didn't he multiple times get kicked out of bars?
Yes.
Like at least
he got
4 or 5
arrested
times.
like 4 times
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
Like 4 separate times.
The islands aren't that big. How many
Yeah.
bars are there?
I remember seeing a video of him talking about like some specific KKK chapter.
Oh, it was in North Carolina.
Yeah.
He said that he was going to kill all of them. Like he was going to hunt them down.
Yeah.
But like it was weird because like the way he was talking about it didn't make it seem like he was attacking the KKK.
It was that specific chapter.
Yeah, it's almost like he had a problem with like a
Yeah.
person in North Carolina, and he was like it's be like me looking at the camera and being like, the KKK chapter, Devin, I'm coming for you. like it's like he was like subliminally,
Yeah.
like
Because you could have just said the KKK in general. You could have said whatever.
Yeah.
But he was like, this chapter in this city on this street, I'm coming for you at approximately 10:50 at night. So Alex Baldwin, you better be
yeah,
ready.
exactly. He was like at the very end, they're like, Ezra, you can't say that. And he's like, I can't what? I can't. Oh shit. The KKK, like, dude,
Yeah.
like, I think it's safe to say all of the KKK is bad.
Yeah.
Just say all of it.
Yeah.
But instead, he was like,
He had to single out a chapter.
he was like the 79th Street KKK crew. And I'm like, who do you know there? Like, who do you know?
And he
Why
also
do you
said,
know him?
He also said something about like the way that they're doing things. If you don't stop, and you know what I mean. I'm like,
Hey, Ezra, we don't know what you mean,
how
brother.
do you know what?
That's the other thing. Does this guy not seem to know a lot about the KKK? like, it's like,
You're kind of exposing yourself there, bud.
take it easy. Like, you gotta know right now. Do you know who I would pay to have every recording of what they've been doing for the past like 3 months? Are Ezra Miller's agents. Let me tell you something. Have you ever seen?
They have probably getting wasted every single night.
Have you ever seen 2 9-year-olds try and put out a fire in a hospital with buckets of water?
Oh my
that's
God.
what it is. At what point do you think they just sat back and they were like, "Fuck it, we're done"?
Yeah,
Like,
they quit.
Yeah. Do you think it was? I think.
Do you
for
think
me,
he even has an agent?
Probably not.
Dude,
There's
I
no.
bet-
There's
there's
no way
no
that
way.
people stick with him like that.
After the 4th bar fight, they were
Well,
like,
I don't
okay.
know. Now he's like come out and he's like, I'm going to be receiving help for my mental health issues. And I'm like, hey, that's cool, man. You kidnapped children.
Yeah.
Like,
And you also had them. I remember.
didn't he have like a 9-year-old?
Yeah, but he had them like near guns and stuff. Like he had them like there was a picture where there was like a baby near guns that he had stolen. Just he runs a cult. He's got kicked out of multiple bars. He's done again multiple cults.
The cults and the child kidnappings
I think should do
are
it alone.
really what do it for me. I don't know about you guys, but really for me,
Also, they knew he did a cult, the 2 cults, before they canceled him as the Flash. What sent him over the edge? Maybe the kidnapping the kid?
like, are the executives literally? There's just like a group of old dudes, and you know what it is? It's an old group of white dudes at Warner Brothers that are like,
I
I'm
remember
not
doing
gonna-
that in my day.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This cult shit, I really like. John, do you remember do you remember Waco? Do you remember it, John? I know you remember it. Do you remember when you killed that girl? And they're all like, shut up, shut up, shut up. But like, That's I don't know. I mean, who does he have pictures of?
Yeah, who does he have blackmail on?
Yeah, like what senator does he have a video like blowing or something?
Or like somebody at Warner Bros.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? Like
I don't understand how he didn't get fired.
He has the original Batman script, like the first Batman script with Ben Affleck. that Ben Affleck wrote. Like, oh, you know what it probably is? Ezra Miller knows why they let Matt Reeves just take over all the Batman. Like whatever the dirt is on that.
No, Matt Reeves also has that dirt. Matt Reeves and Ezra Miller.
Matt Reeves. You know what would be funny?
There's a secret that both of them know. And that's why Warner Bros. Is burning to the ground.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It would be really funny if we went back and looked at all the pictures of Ezra Miller like getting arrested and stuff, and it looked like that Captain America Winter Soldier flashback when Arnim Zola is like, and we grew a new head of Hydra inside S.H.I.E.L.D. And like you don't even realize it, but like in the corner of every picture of Ezra Miller, Matt Reeves, he's like in a hood.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. They know the dirt. There's something that they know. There's something that they know. Okay, not to harp on the Matt Reeves thing too much. I don't think we've really talked about it. We've done a whole. There's something we got in the vault. We reacted to the Batman a while back.
Yeah.
The full
Which,
movie.
Heads up, we did not enjoy the new Batman. There were a couple. No, there weren't. We did not. We did not enjoy the new Batman movie. But I think you know a little bit more about this. But what, like, they had like a full like plan, and they had like
So what's so weird is they planned on doing a Ben Affleck film.
Love Batfleck.
Ben Affleck wrote a script, gave it to Warner Bros. They had a plan. They knew when it was going to be released for a solo.
They had rights to Batman.
It was going to coincide with like Batman vs Superman and Justice League. Like it wasn't just going to be like a fresh start or whatever. Like it was going to coincide and line up with those movies.
Yeah.
And Matt Reeves, he even talks about when he was filming War of the Planet of the Apes or the last one, whatever it is, and said he left that to go meet with Warner Bros. Walked in and literally told them, if y'all are thinking about me directing this, I can't do Ben Affleck. I can't do Ben Affleck. And also...
But not only can I not do Ben Affleck...
I don't want to be connected to the DCU.
Yeah.
I don't want to be connected to the stuff that y'all have going on, and I also don't like that script. I don't know what you have to have on the people at Warner Bros. To walk in the studio and say, I don't like your lead actor that is already in 2 movies.
Yeah.
I don't like your script, and I don't like your universe.
Yeah.
Give me Batman. Batman! That is... Warner Bros. Has 2 things. Superman and Batman. And he just walked in, flopped his penis on the table, and said, hey...
Yeah, it's also like I mean, I think that there's like movie directors that like we all know of and that we've all like heard of. Like obviously like you hear about like Christopher Nolan. You're like great movies like Inception, the Dark Knight trilogy, like all those.
This is what I was getting to.
And then like Quentin Tarantino, like obviously all of his amazing rapport of movies. Martin Scorsese makes those trash Italian movies that everybody loves for some reason.
Yeah.
Like there are directors that
have that power.
But still I almost couldn't see that working. And then for some odd reason,
they said, oh, the apes guy.
The monkey movie guy walks in, and he's like, hate all this. Give it to me. Bye. And they went,
I like this kid.
Yeah, they were like, I love it. I love it.
I just don't. I'm just trying to picture the. I'm just.
Also,
that's
I'm going to say this.
I can't picture the scene.
Yeah.
I can't picture the scene where Matt Reeves, the Planet of the Apes director, walks in And there's people in DC that have, because you got to know that they had stuff there and said, okay, so
Well,
this is
the
Ben
other-
Affleck's script. This is like this is some concept art we have, because they did concept art for Ben Affleck.
They had a lot of concept
Yeah.
art, and it looked really good too. And the other thing that confuses me is that Ben Affleck is one of the only actors that has an Oscar for writing a script.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, I don't believe Matt Reeves has won any awards for the Planet of the Apes movie.
It's also a remake
Yeah, it's also a remake of like you rebooted something.
that
And
was
then-
a Apes movie. You rebooted
literally,
an Apes
literally all
franchise.
that happened is that they took that and they were like, we have better CGI now. And they were like,
Don't get me wrong.
fine.
Hold on. Don't get me wrong for a second. Those movies are great.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
It's a shtick, and it's in a lot of it. To me, the coolness factor of it is the CGI.
Yeah, big time.
And what's funny to me is
Also,
like,
a big part of those movies, I'm sorry, but the main talent and like holy crap behind those movies is Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis
Yes.
is the ape, and he's doing all the movements
Yes.
and like the CG. I'm sorry, that's a lot of the talent right there.
telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. The script and the directing of Koba, not smart.
Yeah,
That's who you saw and go and went, oh, amazing director.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who does he have pictures of?
Like that's what I'm saying. Those movies might be the only movies that you don't give credit to the director. You give credit.
Really?
You give more credit to the CGI people and the people in the motion capture suits.
Yeah, literally that one of the only franchises.
Right?
See, that's the other thing. Like, if you go back and like the only other option that you could like make. Actually, there's nothing that I was gonna say Avatar, but Avatar is a completely original
Yeah.
idea, and
And the
that's
story
also,
and the script is great.
and that's also James Cameron.
Yeah.
Once again, a director with weight.
Yeah.
You did a remake.
Does he not? Does
of
he
the-
not? Does he do something that we don't know about? Is there something that we don't know?
I
There's
don't
no way
know.
he went into Warner Bros. And said, "I hate everything that you've done. I hate everything that you've done. Give me Batman."
He wrote like Shawshank Redemption. We don't know it. Didn't he do like he did like horror-ish movies? Like
Cloverfield Lane.
I mean, that's an okay. Those are fine.
The Yards, Future Shock, Let Me In. Yeah, there's 3 movies that are Cloverfield. I haven't seen those. You sound like you've seen those.
They're horror-y, thrillery.
He's done another movie called Blood Monkey. What's this deal with monkeys?
Bro, this guy loves monkeys. I'm so shocked that there wasn't a monkey in Batman.
Oh my god! I just don't get it. He has to have dirt on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't get the I don't know. I just don't get it. But that's not my decision to make. Who gets what and who
That's true.
who does.
I think there's definitely dirt that Ezra Miller and Matt Reeves have found, and they have abused it.
they're like the Illuminati.
Yeah,
Like, we don't know it.
yeah.
They probably have like 9/11 tapes that we've
Yeah.
never seen.
And Ezra Miller, like towards the end of it, they were like, "Oh, we could kind of write him off as crazy. So if he comes out and says,
Yeah,
secrets.
He's a scapegoat.
yeah,
That's pretty smart. That's not bad. I say this all the time, but I think that we, like, I'm not to sound like one of those dudes. I have a vast knowledge of the DC universe, like big fat,
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
fucking knowledge. I really don't even know that much about Marvel. They just ended up making better movies. Like that was just luck of the draw.
yeah,
Is that Kevin Feige was like, I guess I'll go over here,
yeah.
and ended up making those movies. But I mean, along with that, I do love doing like fan cast type shit.
Oh yeah.
I
Didn't you
love-
say you wanted this to be like a new segment?
Yeah, so I started thinking about this while I was in the car, but like I love fan casting things because I like showing like also this is another really weird thing that I have, and I don't know why I do this. I know every actor's name ever. I don't know how I know that. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
I know people that like I don't even like. I shouldn't even know their names, but I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's so and so. He was on blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I think I just used to spend all my time on IMDb. But I wanted to start doing like a segment where we fan cast either things that haven't come out yet, like how we would like to do it,
Yeah.
and then also recasting things
I love
in
it.
like a funny way. So like gender swapping, like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like that would be like
Yeah.
hilarious. Like who? I don't even know who would how you would even do that. It'd be hilarious. I'd like have to
That'd
think
be
about
dope.
it. But for today, I wanted to do because this is a pretty. I think this movie is coming out. When did you say it was coming out? 2025.
2025 or 2024, something like that.
And they just named a director. They got the WandaVision director for it, which
Mm.
big props to you. WandaVision is a choice. Good job.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm interested to see how whoever it is. WandaVision was very like stylistic,
yeah.
so I'm wondering how.
He was also the other thing that gives me like a lot of hope is that he's like a big Easter egg dude. Like, do you remember the thing that Elizabeth
yeah.
Olsen was talking about, like the bottle of wine that translated
Yeah.
into House of
No,
M?
everything was.
Yeah, he did
Everything.
really good with that.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes for that. But the Fantastic Four movie is going to come out, and Fantastic Four is one of those things where you could kind of cast it like 1,000 different ways.
Oh yeah.
Like those are the Fantastic Four is my favorite team by a long shot, just because I think that their powers are so unique. I just think that they're cool. Also, like the first Fantastic Four movie that came out with like Jessica Alba, Ian Gruffold, and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Like, those are like
You love those.
those are my Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Like I did not watch Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That was not the first superhero movie I saw. The first superhero movie I saw was that Fantastic Four, and I was like, yes, I was
Yeah.
like, absolutely, that's
Yeah.
100%. So I'm interested to know what you think, like who would be good in those roles. And I know we're probably about to have to like break out our phones so we can look up actors and stuff.
Yeah, no,
like
let's do it.
that.
Let's do it. I like so there's rumors that the guy from You is going to be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I like him.
Penn Badgley. He definitely has that. Also, everybody like that's seen Multiverse of Madness, you know that John Krasinski was Reed Richards in that one. I think they have not confirmed like they're going to do that. Like he will be Mr. Fantastic. He might not be. I thought they confirmed that he wasn't.
Yeah.
I think he was great. Absolutely.
Because they came out and said, "Oh well, we saw it. The fans wanted to do that, so we kind of did that last minute."
Yeah.
So they acted
Yeah.
like it was just a Multiverse of Madness thing and not a set.
But the other
in
thing
stone
that
thing.
everybody gets confused about is that like in the multiverse, everyone looks the same. Like it's the
Yeah.
same actor. So I don't know, but I love the guy from You. I think that TV show is great. He gives off that vibe that I love for Mr. Fantastic. That's like, yeah, I'm kind of badass. I might kill you, but I'm also a nerd.
Yeah.
Like that's why, like I thought John Krasinski was so perfect for it. Is that like if you go watch that movie that he was in called 13 Hours, where like you remember when he got like jacked, like
Yeah.
or not jacked, but he was like in good shape. They tried so hard to make him seem like a badass. Like they gave him a gun and he was like, "Don't move, I swear to God." And I was like, I can't. Like
Yeah.
I just don't believe that you're
Yeah.
tough. I was like,
Yeah.
first of all, I mean, I see Jim from The Office, like
Yeah.
immediately. That's what I'll always see when I see Krasinski.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't have that like. I don't want to say tough guy because that's so like cliched, but he just doesn't have that look where I'm like, I don't believe that you're like a badass. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like you look kind of nerdy,
Yeah.
which that's fine.
No, but I think that You he does have a part of him, especially because he played that like I guess a serial killer in You. Is he considered a serial killer because he was killing people?
I think so. He might just be a murderer.
Whatever, but he has that vibe to him. But
Yeah.
I'm looking up some like potential. That's awful. Joaquin Phoenix.
That's just because of the Joker.
Good lord.
Good God. The one a girl that I like for Sue Storm, because also in case nobody knows, Human Torch and Invisible Woman are brother and sister. So it would be, I don't know, let's say insane to cast a very black man, let's say Michael B. Jordan, and a very white woman and be like, Yeah, they're brother and sister. That's not how that works. One of you has to be maybe a little like. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't really have any. I'm not like the expert on like black people or anything. Michael B. Jordan, that is a black man. Like he is not
Yeah.
like mixed of
Yeah.
anything. That is a black guy.
Yeah.
And the
And I mean, I guess
girl,
you could be adopted, but they didn't. They
they
didn't.
weren't adopted. And
That's what was
the
weird.
that was the other reason that they both were able to get powers from the storm is because they shared the same genetic code.
Yeah.
So they have to be related. If you want the story to go right, they have to be related.
Did they? I don't remember that version of the Fantastic Four. Did they explain that at all?
No, that's like
Good
a deep
Lord.
comic thing. But so I really like. There's a girl from the TV series called The Boys, and she plays Starlight in that TV show. Her name is Erin Moriarty, and she's just very like. First of all, she's a little younger. She's just blonde, and she's kind of already played a superhero, so I can see her in a superhero role.
Is this not who played her in the one with Michael B. Jordan?
No, they look alike though. No, they look a lot alike though. The girl that was in the one with Michael B. Jordan was the girl from I know I just said I remember actresses' names and stuff, but she was in the movie Shooter. What's her name?
Oh, you might not be able to use her.
Why?
She was in Jessica Jones.
Oh, was she?
I don't know as who, but it shows her.
Oh, weird.
What in the world?
But I think she looks like Susan. I think it's just that
super
blonde hair.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing with the Fantastic Four. You could kind of cast any of them as a lot of people. Like they're not hard to.
Yeah.
Like Reed Richards, you kind of need like a nerd. Sue Storm, you need a blonde chick that's like pretty, and then Johnny Storm, you need like a hot guy who's also like kind of like edgy-ish.
Yeah.
Like however you want to say that.
Kind of like he needs to be like not a jock, but like almost like the person I think of that I wouldn't fan cast him as this. Is it Austin? The guy from Austin Alley, I forget his name. But that kind of like douchey, like
almost
rock star.
Almost definitely can't be a jock because if you're a jock, then you're like a thing. And Johnny Storm would very much be like, "Oh, I don't want to be a thing. Like I would rather I would rather like do burnouts in the parking lot and like have the cops call on me. Like that's who he is.
Yeah.
And because of that, the dude that was in Outer Banks, not the main character, but I think his name is JJ in Outer Banks or something like that. He was like the bad boy kind of, and I think that he looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He kind of has that vibe.
Oh, and he could, dude. Him and the girl look like brother and sister.
Yeah, they look like they could be brother and sister.
I already love this. This is a great.
Or I know he's like a little bit older, so it would be maybe a little tougher. But that's the other thing. So Human Torch and Spider-Man are like homeboys.
Yeah.
Like they meet in high school, they go to college together. So if you're trying to do a storyline like that, Tom Holland perpetually looks 14. You need to kind of cast a younger actor.
But the JJ in Outer Banks looks perfect for that.
But if we're not going to do him, I do like Dacre Montgomery, the guy from Stranger Things. He played.
Yeah,
Billy.
I do like him. You could make him look young, I think.
Yeah, he could definitely be young.
Because I think a lot of what makes him look older is the mustache thing that he's got going on.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there are a lot of people like if you just baby face.
Well, look at him now, clean shaven, and I don't know. He's pretty. Also, I don't know. He's weird looking. I haven't got a good like picture of. He is weird looking.
He clearly looks older.
Yeah, but why does
that's
he look
not
so
that's not a great
strange?
picture of him either. Because he's a pretty good looking guy.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at him, I don't really think so. What's going on?
That picture right there screams. I will go Nando's in it. You can go run football like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Like, crappy
now
British
I'm
accent.
confused. He looks awful.
He's not bad looking.
I think the long hair makes him
Better looking.
Yeah. The long hair just suits him.
I mean, plus everybody has a type. Like if not your thing, but maybe somebody else. But and then but I like the guy from Outer Banks personally for
that's great.
And then
the only thing is with the girl you got for Invisible Woman, the guy that you got for Mr. Fantastic, and Human Torch, all three of those look like they're all like interns or residents.
yeah.
Which might be like
I mean
what you're going
they're
for.
all supposed to be like a little bit more
like that.
Not nerdy, but like kind of nerd. Like Sue is a scientist.
That's true.
Johnny has his moments where he's very intelligent. Like he ends up like he piloted a NASA space shuttle. Like he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
The only thing that I keep coming back to is with the Thing. Doesn't so much matter what he looks like because he's only human for like I don't know 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he immediately becomes the Thing. So my dilemma here with the Thing is, do I want it to be an actor with a regular voice that they put through a modulator that makes him sound like a rock, or do I want it to already be someone who has that kind of voice? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And with your first option, that could really be a lot of people.
Yeah. Like it could be pretty much. I saw somebody said like Jason Segel, and then I was like, that's kind of weird. But then I was like, oh, if they're using a voice thing, then it could be anybody. But like, who sounds like a rock? I think somebody said Jason Momoa, but
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that either. The only problem is if
he's very like religiously DC. He's like one of the only people that like loves to be in the DC set. So I just feel like he would have a weird problem coming over.
It probably depends whatever that paycheck is.
That's true. That's true.
Because I would imagine that Marvel would be like, "Hey, we want you to be the Thing," and he'd be like, "I love being Aquaman," and they'd be like, and then they go, he just goes, "Ohana, aloha."
I want him to play Lobo.
Yeah, I can't.
Wait, Lobo's DC though.
Yeah, Lobo is DC.
So forget that. They're never doing that.
They wasted that. Is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Well, who did you?
He literally looks like Lobo without any even makeup.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like immediately right off the bat.
Like I look at Jason Momoa and I go, "Oh."
He even has a scar on the same side of his face as Lobo.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Also, he's done a role where he looks like he has eye makeup on like Lobo.
Yeah, when he was the Call in Game of Thrones. He also rides Harleys for fun in real life.
Who's a let me look up some.
Who did you say forever? You said John Cena forever, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
I think that would be
because doesn't he say doesn't he have a tagline?
It's clobbering time.
Yeah, I feel
like that's John Cena.
To me, I feel like the only way to make lines like that come across naturally on screen is to have a WWE person be it.
Perfect example is Groot.
What?
Groot's Vin Diesel, isn't it? Wasn't Vin Diesel a WWE guy?
No.
Oh, he wasn't? Am I tripping?
Yeah, that was the worst example.
Who am I thinking
What are you
of?
talking about? He just says, "I am Groot." That could be anybody. Are you
but
okay?
Who's the...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even make any sense.
No, there's a There's another
Dave
WWE
Bautista.
star. There you go.
But he doesn't
Drax.
do like taglines. He's
No,
weird.
but he conveys that energy of like...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Drax is like weird. Like he does weird stuff. I'm talking like the only way that you can get a guy that's a rock to go, "It's clobbering time," is a guy that's a WWE star.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
point. Yeah.
Like you can't just do that.
Like any actor would be like any like
look
normal actor.
awkward.
Well, not only would they look awkward, but they would probably be like, "How do you want me to say it? Like, do you want me to say it like
John Cena would be
forcefully?"
like, "It on beat."
Yeah, because he's in the W. I see what you're saying.
You see
now.
what I'm saying?
Like he's always been in the WWE, and so when they would be like, "Hey, by the way, when you fight somebody, you need to say it's clobbering time. And they'd be like, do you know how to say it? And he would do it. And they'd be like, that's it. Exactly like that.
Because that's
Right
how
there.
you would say it.
Yeah.
To me, I picture the taglines you see in like old comics that are obviously cheesy. I picture them as WWE cheesy lines.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And also, that's the other, I feel like that's another thing I like about Fantastic Four is that they all have like Johnny, like when he like does something, he goes flame on.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick. That's so good. Plus, dude, I'm sorry. I know I talk about it way too much. The scene in the first Fantastic Four when he learns how to fly, Dr. Doom shoots a heat-seeking missile at Johnny and Sue on like a rooftop. And Johnny is like he looks out over the building and he sees it coming towards him and he's like, oh no. And then he like looks over the edge of the building and Sue goes, don't even think about it. And then he goes, I never do. And then jumps off the edge of the building and he just goes, come on, flame on. And then like turns and does this crazy dive. It's so perfect. Like, it's so good. I'm sorry.
I need to rewatch those movies. You make me want to rewatch
they're
them.
So cheesy, but they're so
Also,
good.
who do you think would be a good, if you want to kind of bend this into a little bit of their world a little bit, who would you fan cast as Silver Surfer?
Okay, this is going to sound weird.
I want this to be somebody really cool.
This is going to sound really weird. I'm not meaning this to sound weird at all. I feel like it needs to be a black guy.
I can see that.
Only because his voice, I need it to be very like...
You're never going to guess who I think it should be. And I think it would give relevance to the character. I think it would make a lot of girls and guys just freak out about him. And I also think it would be the coolest. I don't know why. To me, it just works. I think it should be Timothy Chalamet.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see that.
Dude, don't you? And also, and before anyone says anything, we hate seeing Timothy Chalamet in movies.
I hate that.
I cannot tell you. I'm so tired of seeing him, but for some reason,
he's just a little He's a sexless fairy. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he's just Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you remember the movie Fern Gully?
What?
You don't remember that movie? Okay, there's a boy fairy in that movie that wears like a leaf as a hat. He reminds me of that guy.
Yeah,
like
Timothy Chalamet or both?
Both, yeah. They're the same thing. He would be. Plus, I can totally this sounds weird, but like I can picture him like
on a board
working out and getting that like long muscle
yes.
look. Yeah, he would be good.
Dude, wouldn't it be great?
Yeah.
And it also you wouldn't be seeing him. It would be because he's silver. So dude, I'm sorry.
Plus, like,
that's my new favorite fan
features
cast.
Are like pointy.
Yes.
Yeah, he would be.
Yes, you're seeing it now. I'm tired. Like, I understand that he's been fan cast as other stuff. To me, that is his only thing for me.
Plus, I mean, that's the other thing. You could use Silver Surfer for a while. Like you could use him for a long time, as long as you wanted.
Wouldn't that give wouldn't so many people come to see Fantastic Four if they knew that Timothy Chalamet was him?
Yeah,
it would give so much relevance to that.
Big time. Oh, that was the other thing. The other person that I thought about casting for Invisible Woman is that chick from Euphoria that has the really big boobs that everybody talks about. That's all anybody cares about because of her. I cannot remember her name. Sydney Sweeney. Someone said that she would be a good Sue Storm, but the only problem is she is like...
I do not see that at all.
Well, the only thing that I think is that Sue is supposed to be like an adult, and she's
and also, if it's the person I'm thinking about, she's not like... I don't know. She has like kind of like buck teeth, like her teeth are messed up, and she just looks weird.
I think it's that her lip goes like up.
She's
like
she has a
lip that goes up like
very
this.
Strange look.
She's pretty, like she's very pretty. She's
but
not
it's a very
type,
bold look.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
God, Bailey.
All right, hold on. Accept it, but just.
Just put it up. Just hang up. Just shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
All right, let's just. What were we
talking about? Fantastic.
All right, we're talking about Timothy Chalamet. Sorry, my brother keeps interrupting this podcast, but I think Timothy Chalamet would be perfect for Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think We were talking about Doctor Doom earlier. I really have no idea for Doctor Doom.
I have no idea either. If they can do the suit right, it's almost kind of like the Thing. Like you can, because he has the suit on like 90% of the time.
Yeah, well, that becomes his skin. His skin turns into that metal.
Oh yeah.
I think that personally, just because I think his voice is cool and I know he would play the character, I think I've said this before, but I think Cillian Murphy would be really good. I think he's just cool. I don't know. I just picture Doctor Doom being like very handsome, dark hair,
cynical,
kind of cryptic, cold, calculating. Cillian Murphy. Like I just feel.
No, I agree with you.
He'd be great at that.
I saw a couple other lists. Really, Cillian Murphy is the only one that stands out. All the other ones kind of just run together.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. You got that one.
Because like Cillian Murphy is the only one that really just stands out. I'm like, oh, that's good. The other ones just kind of like one was John Hamm, and John
Hamm like almost 60. Like John Hamm's pretty old, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but
who knows, man? Oh my god.
We're probably about to wrap this up. We just wanted to fan cast.
Probably about to wrap.
We got a couple segments we want to keep doing that kind of reoccur throughout our podcasts, but one of them is definitely fan casting. We like fan casting stuff, so
yeah, a lot of fun.
Y'all make sure to just keep following us if you want to. If you don't, I don't care.
Hey guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't liked the video already, go ahead and press that thumbs up button.
Hey, we'll see you next time on Live from the Chateau.
We'll see you in the next one.